Four eyes and the giant, four eyes and the giant, four eyes and the giant. Just two nerdy boys just having a chat. Four eyes and the giant, four eyes and the giant, four eyes and the giant. Please subscribe, like, share, or fuck off. Four eyes and the giant.
Jesus Christ, that's violent.
I love
At the end there.
I love it. Inspiration obviously taken a little bit from Auntie Donna.
Of course, your entire life has taken inspiration from Auntie Donna.
I can't believe we didn't even talk about that on last week's podcast when we were talking about highlights of the year.
Well, yeah, Big Old House of Fun was a big highlight of the year.
What a highlight. What a big old house of highlight. Hey Cameron, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm having a good time. I'm very surprised at how well our last one did. I mean,
I've got sleepy bees in my eyes, which is why I'm currently scratching at my eyes. Sorry.
It looks really attractive.
Yeah, I know.
We start with, we're doing video, yeah. That's this is a video podcast now.
Just gonna stop sharing computer sound in case anything goes off. Hello everyone, welcome to Four Eyes and the Giant. I am Jordi Steele. I am tall.
I'm Cameron and I have glasses. That's my thing.
That's your thing. And we just like to talk about geeky things all the time. We decided to record it, and now it's a podcast.
I mean, we've done this before. It's not new.
We've done this before, yeah. This week, we're going to talk about Disney+ projects we'd like to see to coincide with the release of Stars in...
Synergy in everywhere but America.
All right, okay.
And India.
Oh.
Because they already have Star, so they didn't need it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's if you don't know what Star is, if you're like, what the hell? Basically, Disney+ is adding a bunch of Fox stuff and just loads of like more adult, like mature content stuff onto Disney+ finally.
Yeah.
So we're getting Logan, is that? Yeah.
No, Logan's not coming. Logan's not there yet. We're not there. We're getting Deadpool 2. That's fine. We've got Deadpool 2.
Right.
Whatever. We've got some all the Hulu stuff basically. So we thought, because Disney are now thinking, well, let's put some more money into Hulu. Let's try and bring the adult stuff over to Disney+. Now we're getting Star originals. We thought, why don't we just talk about some like adulty kind of themed, maybe some other Disney+y stuff, but like now they're trying to shovel more money into getting adults to subscribe to Disney+. Why don't we talk about some stuff we want to see on the Disney+? Is that kind of what we're going to aim for here?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, most of my stuff is just normal Disney+.
Oh, that's fine then. We'll talk about all the Disney+ stuff then. But yeah, Synergy. This is all Synergy, so we can get clicks off people searching for Star.
It's trending. We're going for trending. Clickbait, maybe. Yeah, no, not clickbait. But it's trending.
If you could put a big red circle around my face and it says, new project from Cameron?
Mephisto?
That's me. I'm actually the rabbit.
So
I played Senior Scratchy.
Yeah. First off, things we want from Disney+, a job.
Sure, yeah, that's about right.
That's me bowing.
Get yourself out there. Jordi, you're one for making up random, just I'll be like 3 a.m. I'll be lying in my bed, I'll be watching like a wee TV program, and I'll just get a synopsis of something.
Cameron, I have a pitch for you.
Somewhere. And I'll be like, I'll look at it in the morning and then I never look at it. But this is the perfect opportunity for you to tell me these. You've got me chained down. Okay?
Right.
So this is your perfect opportunity to pitch me some shows.
Okay. First off, right. Recently, I know you also want to talk about this, so I'll just head in. Recently, The Muppet Show, all of The Muppet Show has been added to Disney+. Finally,
I know
we get to watch it. So now we're not like fake Muppet fans that have only seen the films. We can actually watch The Muppet Show. But ages past, Muppets used to do this thing. I don't know if you know this younger generation. They used to parody films.
Really? I never knew that.
Classically, they've done A Muppet's Christmas Carol. Yes, they've done Muppet's Treasure Island.
Yes, they did.
And they stopped and they don't do it anymore.
No, they
And,
also do wee segments in their like Disney Channel show, like in the like later on. But yes, I get what you didn't see those.
Yeah. So I want them to come back and start doing big, I guess, budget parodies again. I want them to do, starting off, because this is just a dream I've had for years. I want them to do Les Mupperables. Les Mupperables.
Yes.
Les Mupperables.
We have spoken about this before on the old Facebook Messenger.
I just think it has to be a musical because that's what they usually do.
Yeah.
And I think it all just fits. You get Kermit as Valjean, and then you get Sam Eagle as Javert because it fits his character perfectly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially with the hat. For the innkeeper, you have Gonzo.
Good one.
And then so most of my love for this idea has come from the ingenious concept of having Beaker be the bishop. Just because if you think about what the bishop's song sounds like and then picture Beaker singing it, it would be the funniest thing ever, I think.
This is the idea for doing this again is a great idea. I think it would fit perfectly into Disney Plus just because you could make it an anthology series easily. You know, have some. I wouldn't suggest you do the entirety of Les Mis. Like that wouldn't work at all. You'd have to. I know it'd be sad, but you'd have to cut it down substantially to maybe like an hour 15, hour 20, and you could just do like randomly drop random musicals every so often. Because I don't know if I've sent it to you before. The Hamilton remix, no, the Hamilton version on YouTube that has the comedian who does impressions, some better than others, of the Muppets doing Hamilton, and you could Disney have a great relationship with Lynn, so I'd imagine they would do Hamilton off the bat. That would be one of the ones that I could see happening. And I would hope for some more inventive casting than just putting Kermit as Hamilton. You know, that'd be But
Gonzo
I don't
as Hamilton.
Gonzo as Hamilton. You could do it with loads of musicals though. You know, you could have them do The Lion King. I think that would be quite amusing to see them try and recreate The Lion King for some reason, but the Broadway version of The Lion King, so they all have the puppets holding puppets. But yeah, Muppets. We need more Muppets that's good. Like everyone forgets about the Muppets mockumentary thing, like the piss take of The Office they did, and I wish more people had seen that because I wish it had run for more seasons. Have you ever watched that?
I did.
Did you not like it? Oh, I liked it. I just wanted the Muppets to do something new. You know, or just bring back the Muppet Show, but just don't do Muppets now.
The Muppet Show. A long time ago, it was announced that Monsters Inc. would be getting a Disney Plus series called Monsters at Work.
Yes.
Now, we haven't seen anything for ages for Monsters at Work.
Still coming though, apparently.
Yeah, still excited for it, although the excitement is dropping. But after we finally get Monsters at Work, I would like to see an Incredibles series.
Right.
Probably just centering on the children.
Okay. That'd be good.
Them growing up.
I don't know. I don't know if Pixar, because Monsters Incorporated or whatever, I don't know what it's called. Monsters at Work. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's being shipped out to a Korean company to do the animation. It's not in-house at Pixar. And Pixar are doing more in-house stuff now. But I don't know why they've not shipped more out to like random companies to do the animation. I bet they're just protective of it. But like Incredibles series is so easy to just put together. You could do like a very easy Incredibles series. Just you know, sitting around the kids in school trying to get by, or even just like they become adults, because I don't know, they're a bit old now. Kids.
Violet goes off to university. Just do Modern Family, but The Incredibles.
Why is there not a series about like them as like having, because Violet and Dash never become their own superheroes really. Like they're still part of the family unit as like a part of, you know what I mean? They're never like their own thing. So it'd be cool to explore them like finding their own way as like an independent superhero instead of a family unit kind of thing. You know? Yeah. That'd be an interesting idea for a series. I think that would be something I would watch. I just don't know. I just wish Pixar would do more stuff. I don't want Toy Story. I'm done with Toy Story now. That's me, you know.
But we got
finished
Buzz
with that.
Lightyear coming.
I get we got Lightyear coming, but I'm done with Toy Story as in the toys of Toy Story. You know, I don't want, like, they've had so many shorts, they've had so many TV specials. It's just sort of like, ugh, at this point.
I mean, they made Toy Story for that so that they could write out Woody and continue on writing Toy Story shorts and series.
I have the bit of the Graham Norton show in my head where they're discussing. He goes like, "Oh, is this you?" And he goes, "No, that's my brother Jim." And it's like, I don't know why that's
my
ingrained
brother
in my head.
Jim.
That's a bad Tom Hanks impression.
Ah!
I expected better from you. Jesus Christ.
That's a distorted Tom Hanks impression.
Is it? Do you not think we should have more Star Wars stuff? No? Too many Star Wars things
We're
coming?
gonna have more Star Wars stuff soon.
Why don't we go, like, but it's all connected to the stuff we've seen from Mandalorian. Like, and it always comes back to Jedi. It always comes back. Why don't we just have something?
Well, we're gonna have the High Republic stuff soon.
I know,
hopefully.
but like,
We got the
set-
Acolyte. Oh, we got the Acolyte coming.
That's true. I wish you'd give some stuff to FX or Hulu or something. You know, just like give me an adult one, just because.
I don't think we're ever gonna get an adult. I think Rogue One was the chance for Disney to do an adult one, and
They just never bothered their arse.
Yeah.
Release the Edwards cut.
I want the cut where Darth Vader kills everyone. That's what it was.
Did he originally kill Jin in that? Then is that what you're trying to say?
I think the original was made. I don't know if it was still in Scarif, but there was definitely they were going. The thing they had to get to was on a Star Destroyer or something, and everyone would die because it went into like alien mode, and Darth Vader just started hunting them down.
That would have been great.
One by one. Yeah.
I wish they would have tried more with the whole like that, because that could have been a great war film, but they just sort of forgot. You know, they had like the trappings for the bit in Scarif, and then they just sort of went, "Fuck it."
Mm-hmm. And
but
better written characters.
It makes me happy that they're doing an FX series with Alien, and I mean,
yes,
the next logical step is Predator, to try and do Predator again, but better.
Who's doing that show?
FX. I don't know who's involved.
It? Is there not a big name?
Westworld.
Jonathan.
I think
Hanks.
the Westworld people.
Not Jonathan.
I think the Westworld people are doing it. Jonathan Nolan. I think.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Okay, it was a big name that was attached to the series.
Noah Hawley.
Who's that?
Legion's Noah Hawley.
Oh yes, it was.
And Fargo.
Legions. And Fargo. Yes, that's a great name for an Alien series.
Yeah.
But like, why not?
Who's doing the? I thought someone is doing Predator. They've got Skulls or whatever it's called. The film about the.
Oh yes, it's Dan
Native American woman.
Trachtenberg, isn't it? Dan Trachtenberg, the guy that did 10 Cloverfield Lane.
All right.
And they were like, "Oh, you've just ruined the surprise," because Deadline was like, "By the way, they're making a Predator film. Did you know that?" And it was like, it was supposed to be like 10 Cloverfield Lane, where they just dropped it on you, and it was supposed to be like
that's why they called it Skulls.
Yeah, and it was like not that, and you're just like, fucking hate. That's what
we live in a society.
I cannot stand a lot of like film journalism these days, in terms of like the leak culture has got horrific, especially when it comes to superhero stuff as well, where they're dropping major plot points as like a scoop. You're like, that's not a scoop, you're just spoiling things now. It's just pointless. And I feel bad for people making it.
That's why I'm kind of worried about Spider-Man 3,
because we know the big reveal.
Yeah, if the big reveal is a major plot point of the film, then cool. But if it's like the last 15 minutes of the film, and it's like, oh, they come in the final boss battle to help you fight, then I'll be a bit sad. Sad boy times.
It is a shame. Do you think Sony would ever try for us? No, Sony don't have a Sony can't make Spider-Man series, can they? So technically, Disney could hold on to them.
Didn't they try? I thought they were trying to make spin-off series.
Was it
Were
not
they
a
not?
Madam? Wasn't it like a Web or like a Black?
There's a Madam Web film still in development,
No, it's not Madam Web.
and there's a
It was
Doc
like
Ock film still.
Black Cat, and someone else was trying to
Um,
get a series at Sony.
there was Silver and Black was a film with
That
Silver
turned into
Sable
it.
and Black
Did
Cat.
that not turn into a TV series?
That
What they were
turned
trying to
into
ship it as
a
a
no longer happening project.
yeah. I'm sure they the last ditch attempt was to turn it into a TV series for someone, but I can't remember what happened with that.
I think the things that are
Oh.
currently in development are Madam Web still, Spider-Woman with Olivia Wilde directing,
Yeah,
Craven, and probably like Venom 3 or something.
ooh, Morbius 2. Let's greenlight them all before they're out. Do you not think though that Disney Plus is a good chance for just to make new shit as well? Like we don't need it to be a sequel series or prequel series. We could just have some new shit.
No, we only want spin-offs and adaptations.
I want content. Thank you very much. I don't want any of this new film or art these days. I just like the content. I want. If Iron Man doesn't show up in my Miss Marvel series, then what's the point? There's no synergy here. We can't make anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the thing. They made the original Disney Plus original Flora and Ulysses that dropped today. That dropped Friday.
Yeah.
That's the one about the squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
They marketed it with Marvel heroes in the trailer, like as comic, like yeah. So like Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, Tony Stark, and Captain America are all in the trailer, but not as like comic book art and like it. Just to sort of like I get it's to try and like, oh, she's a hero, like it's a superhero, like those heroes are like this, and this is a squirrel, but I guess they're just trying to capitalize on that, and they wouldn't have made it any other way. But Hulu do good shit. Like they've got that Steve Martin series coming up with Selena Gomez. We've got lots of like they've got lots of shit, and I'm happy. You know, it's great stuff.
I don't think I've seen a single original thing on Disney Plus for as long as it's been out. I've only just been watching.
You've just been watching
Star Wars and
Marvel stuff, yeah. That Timmy Failure was supposed to be good, didn't that debuted at Sundance, and I never got around to watching it. Artemis Fowl, that's not really technically original, is it? But that was shit.
Wasn't good.
What other original stuff? They've not. Clouds was apparently shit as well.
Clouds.
They've just not been very good, you know? None of it's been worth watching, and I think there's a good chance to turn it around, and they seem to be putting more money into it, so
yeah,
why not?
And it's a shame Blue Sky is no longer a thing, because we'll probably... Well, they announced... It's weird they still haven't said what's happening with Ice Age. The Adventures of Buck Wild.
They're going to sell it off to someone cheaper, because I think they've realized Blue Sky was too expensive to run. So they were like, let's just ship someone in that can do some cheap animation on the cheap, you know?
Guess you're not getting that robot series.
I can make the robot series happen, okay? I'll animate. I'm going to download Blender or whatever I need to do,
right?
And I'm going to make it myself, you know? That's the thing. That was a great idea. That was another one. I'm glad you reminded me of that, because a robot series would be something I would watch, because you could do the dad. You could do Rodney Copperbottom as a dad, like teaching his son about the world.
It wouldn't be the same without Robin Williams, though.
You don't need him. That's the thing. It could be a series. I think it'd be more into kids. I think it'd be more like 6 to 12-year-olds sort of thing.
Right.
And people would be like, "Why are you doing this to my like childhood?" And I'd be like, "This isn't for you. This is so Disney get their IP."
Oh, you want to be one of these people?
And this is it's going to be for kids. It's going to be like, I think Rodney goes about teaching his son about engineering and somewhat and stuff like that, you know what I mean, and goes like, and there's a plot. I don't have the plot to mind, but I think it'd be more every week they learn a lesson sort of thing, instead of just an overall series where it's a kids film, you know. It's not I'm not going to come back with a Gritty Robots remake, you know what I mean. It's going to be a
I'd like a Gritty Robots remake.
What would you want a Gritty Robots remake?
I guess you can't have blood.
No.
just oil everywhere. Just swearing all the time.
literate with dirty jokes everywhere, which the original did anyway. So there was no point in. Get Amanda Bynes.
We have talked a lot about stuff that we want to see like adapted, so like remade. One of those things being Black Cauldron.
Yeah, that would be good as like a live action remake, and we've talked about that at length before. I feel not on a podcast or anything, but I don't understand why. Did we not read somewhere that Disney are doing Sword in the Stone live action for Disney Plus or something like that? They're doing
probably.
Yeah, I think Black Cauldron's the next logical step, and you could make that get Noah Centineo into the lead role. Resort.
No, but you do that, but you do it on. You adapt all the books because it's. I think the animated film is based on the first two books of the Chronicles of Prydain. It's a weird word.
I have no clue what you're on about. I didn't even know it was adapted from books. That's my new.
Based on books. Yeah, Chronicles of Prydain or Prydain. Who knows? By Lloyd Alexander.
And that's the thing. You could just keep going. Like you could do the first film as a series or a movie, and then just keep going. I mean, I've been a while since I've watched Black Cauldron. Does it sequel set up a little bit? Surely it does.
I think not, because it was it was in the days before everything had to have a sequel.
Oh.
And because I think they find the Black Cauldron and then they destroy the bad guy. Black Cauldron, if you don't know, is very Lord of the Rings and Sword in the Stone, and it's about a boy who has a pig who is an oracle, and they find the Black Cauldron. No, they don't find the Black Cauldron. Evil big king man steals the pig so that they can control the Black Cauldron, and then the boy has to go on an adventure. It's
very weird, but it's also one of Disney's biggest failures ever made. Jeffrey Katzenberg has an editing credit on it. That's how much Disney didn't like it. Was that they had to get a big wig in at the time?
If they were going to have adapted it, I think what's his name? Jim Henson Company would have been good for it. His son, who did the Dark Crystal series, which is no longer happening anymore.
Yeah, that would be a good fit.
He would probably be good.
Doesn't it? Hence, like that's Disney own the Henson Company now, don't they?
Yes.
Why don't we get them involved? Like, fucking make them make them make it. It's so obvious.
Get on it.
I don't want a Muppets pig though. I want a real pig.
Right.
I would like a real pig, please, or a cute CGI pig. That needs to be real life pig. Or a real pig. I think a real pig. Why not a real pig?
It would cost a lot.
I don't.
Probably cost a lot more than CGI.
A CGI pig? Are you sure?
To train a pig?
We could train the pig. I bet there's Hollywood pigs everywhere. We could train a pig right now.
All those cuts that you'd have to do, or the takes where the pig doesn't do and just shits everywhere.
Commit. You got to commit. You got to commit to the bit. It's a baby pig as well, which is the best part. So you could a baby pig that has to be held. So it's a teacup pig.
Yeah. And talking of CGI animals, another show a film that I very much want to do is a remake of the Robin Hood film, the Disney Robin Hood film.
They're doing that.
But like Jon Favreau's Lion King.
But they're all wearing clothes.
Yeah. So it's like lifelike animals.
Yeah.
But they're all human-like. I want that.
That would be great. I don't understand why they're not doing that. And Bambi. I'm sure they're doing Bambi as well. They're not Bambi as well.
Bambi's coming.
The Lion
still
King
got Little Mermaid, obviously.
Yeah, Lion King tech needs to be used for lots of CGI animals. But I like the idea of having a real life fox try and use a bow and arrow with their little paws, because they'd have to have paws. They wouldn't be able to have So they have to adapt.
No,
somehow.
we can go full on cats and have fucked up hands. Andrew Scott as Robin.
Okay.
Or David Diggs. Probably David Diggs in any role, really. For
I would happy with him doing anything.
Sheriff of Nottingham, you have Danny McBride, obviously, because he just sounds like him and fits the character. And then for Alan and Dale, you could either have David Grohl, which I really like,
Okay.
Donald Glover, or Matthew McConaughey, or David Diggs.
Oh, great. I think David Diggs should play every part from what it sounds like.
Every part, yeah.
Do
you have any?
Apart from, I'm glad you reminded me of the robots one, because I completely forgot about that one. I like listening to you talk about stuff because you're the creative one here, which is why I feel like I just like to listen to you talk about this. Like, it makes me happy. I think A Greatest Showman 2. Get me that. Give me it. That's fine. Just do it. A Baby Yoda animated series.
Right.
Like little Baby Yoda shorts. Animated. Yeah. That'd be good. That's my suggestions. I'd have nothing else.
Do you have no other classic Disney films that you want adapted and probably
adapted? Let's do a
Treasure
live
Planet?
Action Fantasia. Treasure Planet's good. Live action Fantasia would be terrifying.
They did that with Sorcerer's Apprentice.
But I want a life like Mickey Mouse. I
think there was talk of doing a film based on the one part of what's it called? With the big black man, the black demon on the hill, on the mountain. It's called Something Under Something Mountain. Night on Bald Mountain.
Good.
Which, if you've seen it, it's the one with the big winged Chernobog demon guy. I think they were going to adapt that part into a film. But it's funny you say Fantasia, because you know the Disney show Fantasmic.
I was literally waiting for you to stop talking so I could go, what about if we adapted Fantasmic?
Maybe not just adapt it. I just want them to film it and then put it on Disney+.
Yes, that'd be great. Like, properly film it.
Yeah.
I don't know, how would they? Do you want them in like actually film it from like Disneyland or Disney World instead of like in the costumes? Or would you want them to like CGI it or like?
No. Yeah, just film it. Film the performance like they did Hamilton.
Okay.
Because this also leads on to my suggestions for more Broadway shows, please.
Yeah, I don't understand why no one is doing that. Get the Mary Poppins show that they do with Cameron McIntosh Productions in London and that. Get that going up here. Why are we not watching that? They've recorded Aladdin.
Right.
They've not released it. I don't know
Where's
why.
Lion King?
That one's a bit shit to watch though. Like, that's when you got to be there. You know?
Oh.
You know, like, they come through the crowd. Like, it's like immersive theater for the opening. But it's I think, it would still work.
You could cut to shots of them coming through the crowd and just like the audience just being like, oh.
No, what's even worse is when someone gets their phone out and starts trying to record it, and the usher has to like wait for like the for the people to come, like for the animals to walk past before he can run up and go, "Hey, what the fuck you doing? Get the phone away." So yeah, because they have to be. I've heard stories of people that work at the Edinburgh Playhouse that have had, like, Disney are very like, no phones or you will be fucking fined a lot of money. Nothing, like, just very controlling.
I've got a few more to talk about before we can get into
what we've watched.
We're
starting to run, but I don't know how much you're going to cut of this. So
yeah. So first off, Kingdom Hearts anime.
No.
I know how much you love your anime.
No, not an anime. Just make it live action or something. Westernize it, please. Just make it understandable. Please let me know what it's about. I don't even know.
If it was a long-form television show, I think you'd probably understand it more.
Exactly, but I don't want it to be animated. I want it to be either live action or Western animation.
And then at the end have a portal scene where it's just every Disney character.
Genuinely. Yes, that's exactly what I want.
I'm surprised nobody's just animated that, like in Blender or something.
Someone just put it together. That doesn't make sense.
Another show I want is Star Wars Legends, which would be their version of What If.
Yes, although they may have to change the name because there's Marvel Legends, which is a series describing.
Yeah, I'm angry about that. But like Star Wars Legends, they had Star Wars Legends first, and it could be their chance to not only do What If, but also just animate some things
Legends
from the Legend stories.
Yeah, that'd be great. People would fucking die for that. Get some like Darth Revan on the go or whatever his name is, just like animate Knights of the Old Republic, what you want to do. Just get it going.
Yeah. And then finally, there's a show that I watched, I think the last time I went to America or Florida, and it was a show on ABC called Gallivant. And I don't know if I don't think it's coming to Disney Plus through Stars, but basically it was Monty Python's Holy Grail meets Princess Bride. So it was a fantasy show, but it was also a musical, and I loved it. And it ran for 2 seasons, I think. And I just want to watch it again. I want to have a place to watch it.
Yes. Just looking up now, there's a chance it might appear. It's owned by Disney ABC, so it could appear at some point via Star. I don't know if it's on.
I think it's on Hulu, maybe.
Oh, that's what I'm looking to see. Gallivant. It is not on Hulu, surprisingly. So I don't know where the hell you're going to watch that, but
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's nowhere to watch. I think it was a failure, but I loved it so much.
Buy it, but yeah, that's so strange. Yeah, don't know. I'd like to watch that. I like a musical.
Yeah.
Let's remake Monty Python, shall we? Let's remake all of them for Disney+.
Well, there's a film. I think there's a film adaptation of Spamalot in the work. If you've watched Spamalot
at Paramount. I've not watched Spamalot. That's their musical?
Coming to Paramount Plus soon.
Stage. I know loads of. Oh boy!
So moving on. Welcome to what we watched this week. What we watched this. What's a good title? What we watched. Weekly watch. What?
What? www. What we watching today? Yesterday. What did we watch this week? What did you watch this week, Jordi?
This week I watched Sound of Metal.
I did too.
Starring Riz Ahmed, giving a great performance.
Yes.
As a man a drummer in a heavy metal band. Well, it's not a band, but a duo with his girlfriend. He loses his hearing, which it turns out most drummers do in their careers. They suffer from tinnitus. And yeah, he just gave a great performance. The sound mixing, it's got to get I
think it's
maybe a win
the only one
for
with a
sound
chance.
mixing.
So no, a chance, in my opinion.
Would it be sound design? What would you say is good for sound design?
I don't know. Is it design? I think it's design. I never understand the sound categories. Have you got any idea what the difference between the sound categories are?
I'm pretty sure sound mixing is it's literally like the mix between diegetic and non-diegetic, and then sound design is like pew pew laser sounds or war bomb sounds.
Yes, be mixing stuff. Then I'd imagine it'd be mixing. Although
and
there is some good
it's a plane.
Sound effects, I guess. I really like the contrast between like the silence and the talking, and it also made my heart break every time you hear it. Actually, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, the stuff towards the end.
Watch the film on mute if you want to experience it.
No, I really like the beginning where it just bombards you with sound for like 10 minutes, and then it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. But you still got his hearing, but it's nothing, and then it slowly goes away, and then you're like, oh, it's gone, and it's just perfect.
I want Paul Ratchie to get a supporting actor. He played Joe. He was the old man then, I'm guessing, with the ponytail. Yes. Yeah. I think he was fantastic. I read stuff about him. He's not deaf himself, but he had deaf parents, so he did learn sign language for that. So he knows sign language. He does help with deaf people, and he was a addict. So it really connects with Riz Ahmed's character. Yeah. But yeah, he did a fantastic performance, and I'm glad he got nominated. He's nominated for a Golden Globe. So fantastic. Then yeah, he should definitely get nominated for an Oscar.
Not Joel,
Another
but Riz. But yes.
Oh, right.
Yes. Sorry. I thought because you said Riz, I started talking when you said Riz. That was fine. Okay.
Another film I watched was Nomadland. I watched that literally an hour ago. I finished it an hour ago.
Boy.
You watched it again last night.
Friday night. What is it?
Friday?
Yes, I watched it again Friday night.
Right.
I watched after WandaVision.
Yes.
Yes. My second time. Your first time.
My first time.
Great.
It's a fantastic. It's just a really good
movie,
film.
Isn't it? It's a really great movie.
It's probably going to win.
Lie to you.
Frances McDormand is definitely going to win Best Actress.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't think of anyone that would measure up to her.
It's a very. I watched Ma Rainey as well, and I just because I don't really want to talk about it because I didn't really connect with it. And I didn't really like it much, but Viola Davis is the other main competitor.
All right.
Right now, and I did not really like her performance at all. In it just wasn't for me, and I think Frances is much more nuanced and layered, and she has this like you were saying about just if she did something bitchy to you, you'd think you were in trouble.
If she got angry at me, I'd be like,
so
that's
sympathetic.
my fault.
Yeah. It's insane how sympathetic she is in this film, but I agree. I've put money on her already, like you have.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's she's got Nomadland is pretty secure for Best Picture, Best Actress, cinematography is fantastic, and I really like the score.
Yeah, I would agree to that. I think the score's pretty good. I would agree with cinematography as well. I don't know, but did you say Best Film?
Yes.
Best Picture. I don't know what's going to happen with Best Picture.
I haven't seen anything better.
I don't know what's going to happen with Best Picture. That's very interesting to me. What's going to go on with this, because it's a very weird race in that I
think it might be a Green Book situation.
I think so too. Do you not feel disconnected from this award season a bit more than you usually would? It's very strange.
I feel this is the least informed I have felt on an Oscars or just an award seasons that I have for many years since I started paying attention.
So much so I didn't even realize the Golden Globes were on Sunday. They're on the Sunday coming. That didn't even know. That's incredible to me. I've got a list now that I have to try and speed through.
Yes, I'm going to have to copy your list because I didn't know most of those films.
Yeah, I also very quickly I watched I Care a Lot, which is new Rosamund Pike when she's up for Best Actress in a Comedy for that.
All right.
I hated her guts, and I think it's supposed to. Peter Dinklage is in it as well. Yes.
All right.
She plays a person that becomes the legal guardian for old people that aren't really sick, and just just drains all their assets and puts them in a care home.
Oh, fun.
And it's horrible, but it's done in a way that makes you want to go, look at that girl work. Look at her, girl boss. Girl boss. Yeah. And it just didn't sit right with me. It was like I saw Letterboxd. It was like you're supposed. It's a film that's supposed to make you think she did that, and you're supposed to like, oh, she did that, instead of like, and I'm sitting there going, why the fuck did she do that? I just felt sorry for all the old people in the film, and it's almost like the film was like, you weren't supposed to, and I'm like, what? But here, there you go. It's also Peter Dinklage's part's very good, and I'm like, yes, go on, Peter, even though you are a bad man as well, but at least you're not a dick.
Right.
So it's very strange film. What else did I watch this week? WandaVision.
Just the thing we watch every week.
Yes. WandaVision. WandaVision.
It's all ramping up now.
Great week. I don't want to go to it. It's Office and Modern Family themed. The Visions knows what's up. Recruited Darcy. They're on a road trip to go and try and find Wanda, but Vision just fucked off halfway through their ride. I don't know why I did that earlier. They were sitting in the fucking stop sign for like...
That's a joke!
I get that, but I don't know why I didn't just...
That's why he goes, what am I doing here? And then he goes away.
But... Fucking idiot.
I think Darcy and Vision stuff was based on the show Letterkenny, if you've seen that.
I've not seen Letterkenny, but I have heard of it. Is that what
Lots of people just sitting in the chairs. I think that's the vibes I got.
There was lots of Modern Family references. We've been watching Modern Family as a family, coincidentally, recently. Great show.
It's a great show.
But there was a lot of Claireisms, as I saw it called on Twitter, in Wanda's performance, which was quite good. And that all led into the whole her powers are going, aren't they? They're sort of flickering.
Everything's going wrong. I did a TikTok about it.
Oh, I didn't watch that, but
I'll briefly discuss it here.
Okay,
all the things
that's
that are
fine
going
then.
on.
I'm glad you'd make some time
Big
for this
exclusive.
little podcast.
I know. So we got the reveal of Agatha Harkness finally.
Yep.
Wanda went down into her basement, and her basement is this weird sort of cave, castle-y sort of aesthetic thing. Where are the twins? They've disappeared. What's that book? Oh, you think she's eaten them?
I don't know. I don't know what's happened. That's what I've read.
Right.
I've read one theory where it's like, what if she's eating the twins? And I'm like, okay, sure.
See, I think she's probably sent them to another dimension. I think that room is what is called the nexus of all realities.
Okay.
Or just a door to, like a portal through the nexus of all realities. So the nexus of all realities, fans, it's usually found in the Everglades of Florida, and it's usually protected by a thing called the Man Thing. But it's basically
is he like Marvel's Swamp Thing?
Yes. It is a portal, or just a world between worlds of that can be a path to any and all realities. That's a quote. So I think it's how they're going to introduce the multiverse in a way. I think Agatha is using Wanda to power it.
That's what I was going to say. I think she's being drained of her powers to get something out of it. And I'm assuming she's going to try and bring in Mephisto. Everyone seems to think Mephisto is even in this series anymore. Like, who knows? Is it just Agatha's the villain and we're all fucking mental? What's happening
So
here?
it's either Mephisto, or it is a deity called Chthon that is basically Cthulhu for the Marvel Universe. But he is the writer of a book called The Darkhold, which
we saw
is possibly the book we saw. So, yeah.
And that's featured the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, apparently. And that was in the season where they got trapped in a alternate reality that was controlled by Hydra.
Mm-hmm. That was just before, wasn't it? That was the story with Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Yes.
The arc, as we call it in the industry.
Sorry. Yes, it was an arc. I forgot when they did like the mid-season break, and that was just 2 arcs per season.
It got very complicated. But yeah, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it was connected to Ghost Rider, who is connected to
Agatha?
Mephisto.
Oh, well.
But the Darkhold's been a thing for ages. I believe it's a concept from the Conan mythology by Robert E. Howard.
The Barbarian.
So yes. So it's been around for a while. So Mephisto's probably used it once or twice, but we should probably stop. I mean, the aerospace engineer amounted to nothing.
But it was going to. I think it's because it's weekly, everyone's overanalyzing every single thing they're saying, and it's just getting ridiculous now. People on these TikToks making all these videos every day and every week about these fucking theories that are just nothing. I mean, where's John Krasinski? Everyone's so fucking convinced John Krasinski's going to show up, Jordi. Where the fuck is John Krasinski?
That's why I add maybe to my videos. I fucking know it was never going to be John Krasinski. John Krasinski is never going to be
John Krasinski.
Mr. Fantastic. He is far too old to be Mr. Fantastic.
Exactly.
He's like 47?
No.
43.
Really?
I think he's 46.
He's 41.
He's 41. Ugh.
41 years old. It's very old people. Ugh.
John David Washington is 36, so let's get that boy in.
He'll be 41 before the film's fucking made, so it's...
Think how old John Krasinski will be when the film is made.
Oh, it'll be ancient. He'll be in a fucking walker by the time that's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, this didn't really tell us much other than Agatha's the bad guy. And she's been doing it all along.
Is she?
Cool intro.
Yeah.
Who knows?
What's going to happen next week? Because there was finally a mid-credits scene.
Yes. Do you think that was a Quicksilver, like, because it was Quicksilver stopping Monica Rambeau. We've not even talked about Monica Rambeau yet, turning into Photon, which I just realized we haven't talked about. But that was Quicksilver stopping, seeing Monica Rambeau discover the Nexus.
Yes, was him appearing being like, "What are you up to?" And then the next episode they're going to fight and they're going to have a superhero fight.
What are you up to?
Or was that him just being curious and they didn't know what to do with him during the episode, and that was him finding out? And then, but no, I think we're going to get a fight, and I think we're going to get a Quicksilver moment, and I think that's where the 250 million budget is going.
He becomes the Quicksilver for the MCU, or he dies, or go back to his own reality, or
we don't know, because it was.
Is Ian McKellen going to show up? I think
no.
Ian McKellen's going to show up. Are we sure Ian McKellen's not going to show up?
Yeah, we still got the actor
Feige,
Paul Bettany.
Patrick Stewart. I don't know if it's an interview this week or an interview the week before.
He said he didn't want to do it.
He said he didn't want to do it. So, like, they've been
Paul
talking
Bettany's
to
worked
them.
with Ian McKellen before.
Has he?
Yes,
maybe it's not him. Maybe it's not. But also, do they share?
Maybe
scenes?
He's forgotten.
Do they share scenes?
Yes.
Do they? Okay. Don't know then.
Yeah.
Does he play the Pope?
And he said specifically it's not Benedict Cumberbatch. Doctor Strange is not on the show.
No, I think
he might be the bunny
he doesn't know about.
Yeah. There's people it could be, but I think I'm starting to think that maybe it's probably not connected to anything. I don't think it's a recurring character. I think it's a new person. So we'll have to see. Dick Van Dyke.
You have to see. Why? What's he gonna? Who is he?
I don't know. Just because the first episode was based on Dick Van Dyke, and it's an actor that maybe Paul Bettany has looked up to his whole life, which he said.
Executive produced. I think he produced. Like, he was a consultant on that episode.
Yeah, but we'll see. It will be next week or the week after. But yeah,
so much to do. I'll watch all these things every week. It's so hard. Why couldn't it just be a 6-hour movie?
Because we would have had nothing to do for a couple months.
That's true. Golden Globes next week. You excited? We've already talked about that as well.
Well, no, it's a joke. It's a farce. It's a farce of an award show.
Boo! Boo! Boo this award show.
Oh no, wait, we want Golden Globes. We love Golden Globes.
I know, I love the Golden Globes. They're my best friends. I have many friends that are golden.
Thank you everyone for watching Four Eyes on the Giant. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. The first episode did better than we thought it would.
I know. It was crazy.
Which is
very, very big
fantastic.
thank you to everyone. Yeah.
Turns out sharing constantly on the internet helps.
It does.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Twitter at RealJordySteele.
I'm at Kamzo OG.
You can find the show specifically at Four Eyes Giant. Very good handle that we managed to get. Or at Ojai Films, because this is an Ojai Films production.
Oh, boy.
Another podcast that we produce is Cameron's other podcast.
Yep, we do 35-minute movies, which is a podcast where we're currently going through Vin Diesel's filmography. It's a great fun time. We've talked about it last week. The first episode of that is up. First episode was Strays and Saving Private Ryan. This episode coming is The Boiler Room and The Iron Giant. So that's exciting. I definitely recommend you go and watch the first episode if it's up, because it's up right now. So yeah, and subscribe to that. Fantastic. And yeah, ohifilms.com. You can see all that and more. So
yeah,
I recommend.
Just to close, if you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, there are audio versions on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and other places. And if you're listening on those places, there is a video version where you can see our horrible faces.
It's horrible. My skin's broken
hard to
out.
look at.
It's not good. I'd suggest doing the audio version.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But thank you very much for watching or listening. I hope you have a good day.
See you later.
I'm waving, but you can't see my hand. It looks like I'm doing something. There we go. Ah!